Okay, so watch this. Okay, look at how visual she is. And like I said, these laser beams, I have 6 of them, and sometimes I'll have all 6 across the floor, and kids just doing series after series, routine after routine. But she's saying her words to herself. She's being very visual, and she's activating the muscles. All right, I hope that was helpful. All right, so I want to just take a minute here. What is a beam lecture without a part on fear? But I want to say that all of these tips that I'm giving you, from seeing the blue line to knowing where your arms are to feeling the beam, feeling your feet, all of these things, if they are taught from the very beginning and kids learn all of these things about their hands and their feet in visual, you can cut down and you have tools then as they're working through fears to use. So, number 1, it is real. No one wants to be afraid. So even if it's your kid that doesn't work hard, or it's a kid you think wants to get out of something, whatever, I doubt it, because no one wants to be afraid. So just accept that part. And that'll cut down on the eye rolling and the negative energy when a kid says, I'm so afraid. Reduce the attention given to the issue, find solution. So I have listened to lots of sports psychologists on fear, and these are just an accumulation. This one is big, reducing the attention given to the issue. So, I've had athletes go through a million things, but one of the best things one sports psychologist taught me was that she said that when you allow kids to stand and balk and balk and balk, you are creating a neural pathway in their brain that just says balk, balk. And that neural pathway gets dug deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, how do we prevent that? Okay, so they start that. The minute that you see it, and I use a 1, 2, 3. If you can't go after I go 1, 2, 3, go ahead, take it back to the laser beam or the low beam or the floor and do 5. And if you feel ready, come back and see me. It takes the attention away from the child having the trouble, which allows them to work through it a little smoother, as long as our attitude towards it is not punishment. This will help you. I've known many girls use this. I mean, I've had kids, Lily Lippett was one of them that wouldn't go backwards. We had to do limbers on the beam for a while to try to break through her fear of going backwards. Find repetitions that you can do even if you take a step backwards. Root skills, conditioning the specific skill. Many times kids are afraid because they know when they jump back for a back handspring, their head's 2 inches off the floor. So a lot of times the fear really is real. Sometimes it's not real to us because we know they can really do this. But to them, it still is nonetheless. But look, too, at why they're afraid. Maybe they're just afraid, but maybe they're afraid because they're truly not ready or they're truly not strong enough for the skill. Visualization, the other part I didn't mention earlier, is that observation on YouTube, whether I'm teaching a new skill or whether an athlete has a fear that they can't get through, I'll say, if you've done this before, watch yourself on one of your parents' videos or whatever over and over and over again, or go find the skill on YouTube. Self-talk affirmation statements. I know some people blow this stuff off, but I tell you what, it works. And after so many years, I know it works. Kids have to be aware of their self-talk. I mean, we have kids that are naturally, if you do any studying of personalities, that are naturally negative processors. They walk in, they see the room half empty. You walk in, you see the room half full. I mean, they're just different. So, when kids know that their talk is spiraling them down, they need to be aware of that. And then we as coaches need to give them the tools to spiral in the other direction. And the